Botox. I get my lips done. Who am I to judge a hair plug? If you feel like you need to do it, I support you. You did it then. You look at me right now. You're like,
You live?
a shower.
You live?
You're lower. And I'm here to tell you.
What's going on, y'all?
So you did do it. If it looks like a duck, it talks like a duck, and then it must be a
What
duck.
that?
Like neither confirms nor denies that he's got hair plugs. That means I know
Some of these
hair done.
good old hybrid.
Congratulations.
Is you smoking? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I said, yes, I am. Dun, 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 dun.
And like 3,000, really? You get that one? Three. Well, I don't even call them that stereotypical name, but and I'm plus 3,000. And then penis launched me. He said, "You got it." Oh my god! You got a penis launcher?
On the toes, ready for me to start the show. Out the cut, the lights go up for me. Whoa.
I got a good one.
My father said when I was younger, hard time be better than. Oh. Get it all the way, take it all the way. I am not human. Get a chance again and make it better rain. I am my kingdom. Don't you, don't you, don't. To the air. I am my kingdom.
Have you ever wanted to be a permanent resident of South Park?
This is how we gonna start this.
Your last chance to get animated. It's a new episode.
This could be her.
South Park to enter for a last chance to become the town's newest permanent resident.
Not what I wanted to see.
All donations will support a free cause. And check out new episodes of South Park. Premiering July 9th.
Great moves, great checks, great arms, great legs, great rookies, great vets, great rests for great vets.
What's happening?
Limitless, talking 80 block, spinning it, talking what we living it. Mess around with the almighty. Yeah, this minute we all grimy. Down and get cold. We want the money and all the titles. Hey yo, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, we hurt people.
What? What's up, Big Cheese? We hurt people. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people. Yeah, swerve when I drive. Yeah, swerve when I drive. Yeah, swerve when I drive. I was just waiting for some more people to come up in here. Rich, 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 rich. It's a long, long, big question. What's it going? Yeah, dance, yeah. Yo, what's up, Mario? Salute. I'm doing okay. I've had a pretty good day today. CNT. Into the star, it's so elevated. Chilling. Got to crack off this wrestling stream. I know I'm starting a little bit later than I didn't expect it, but there was some other stuff going on at the time, so. You guys want to check out the area? Oh, yeah, I did. I don't think you remember, but when you came in here the last time and asked me, I did. I just haven't went back yet. Yeah. And just, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. And so I'm definitely going to be going back over there soon. Yeah, John, I'm from New Jersey. Where you from? Oh, I'm from California. He just posted a new video today. Oh, he did? You know what? And I want to say I subbed up to him. But I don't be getting everybody's notifications either. Shout out to Jerz one time. Oh yeah, we the Golden State. The Sunshine State is Florida, which I don't know why there's a Sunshine State. But yeah, we the Golden State. Y'all, it's all good. Some of y'all might know this song. This is Brian Danielson. Well, this is one of Brian Danielson's songs. That's what I'm about to do too. Since I just said I live in America. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you guys are neighbors, state neighbors. Once again, shout out to Jersey one time. Yeah, that's cool. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Step up to each other. It's the final countdown. Oh shoot. Yeah, I'm trying to come out there one time. You know, Jersey get a lot of love from Cali. We love Jersey. It's that other state that we have issues with. Oh. Oh shit. Yeah, it's super expensive there. I can't afford to say that. Yo, all days off, what's going on? Yeah, you know it. Yeah, I gotta start doing it this way because they got me shadow banned real hard. So I'm just giving people time to come in. Oh, Camden? Oh, okay. Hey, all days off. I'm glad you in here. Cause oh man. Cause I was about to play this one next. Final count. I thought Brown Dance was coming out. Man, that's what we want. Oh, let me run through these comments real quick. Let's see, Sarah Griffin. I hope you still in here. Hope you didn't go nowhere. I think you'll be able to appreciate what I'm about to play next all day, though. You know, I'm not too happy with her right now, but you know, here we go.
I never imagined.
Of course they would give me the ass. Yeah, after we play this, we're gonna get going. I gotta play this. Okay, these double ass. Come on now. Y'all killing me. CEO. Oh, oh. There we go.
I hear a ding. They know the boss in the ring. Look at the scars, all this pain. I heard the fans call my name. All this things you call them dudes. I call them pain. I got what it takes. Don't be taking them L's on great. No, they ain't taking that real mistake. No, I don't make them as well on name. I give them hell in a cell.
CEO. Oh, I heard. Yeah, she is right now. Although I ain't happy with her. Right. She be in the studio with them bars. All they don't want to hear that. I'm the only one that's supposed to be giving her back shots. Hey, did you tell Tati that? I don't think she would really like that. Oh man. Oh, is that okay? We black people. So how's everybody out there doing tonight? I know I'm starting kind of late. I was supposed to have started like after Tati had started, or after Tati finished. But there's a lot of wrestling on tonight. A lot of wrestling. I seen the first 5, but I didn't watch after that. The drafts that nowadays just don't interest me like how they used to. You know, probably the NFL draft is probably more appealing to me because I watch college football every Saturday. It don't make a difference if it's on ABC, ESPN, CBS, NBC, the ACC network, the SEC network, it don't make a difference what network it is. I watch college football. College basketball, I don't watch anymore. I mean, I'll take a glimpse at it, but I'm just not into it anymore. The way I used to, and that's largely due to because them cats stay there 1 or 2 years and then they gone, or they might just skip college altogether and go straight into the NBA. So when that really started to happen, like at a more of a rapid pace, I said, yeah, I'm not doing it. I'll catch a game or two, but like even March Madness doesn't even appeal to me like it used to. So it sucks because I used to watch college basketball just as much as I watch college football. I'm telling you, it was the reason why he went to he went to that white mask. Tell you, the boy was feeling good about himself. Like, yeah, I got Mercedes. That African kid who went top 10 to the Suns, he seems so humble and cried hard. It almost got me. I saw it again. Oh, yeah. When you see the moments, yeah, the eyes start getting watery. So true. Yeah, I just, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? Because even with the team, because I do have a favorite team, but even with that, it's hard to follow. Because it's like, okay, if I watch this player, like, or if I hear about this player that's going to one of these top schools, you catch highlights and stuff like I like that. So now you're like, oh yeah, they're going to Duke, or they're going to North Carolina, Michigan, or wherever the case may be. And then they're there, and then okay, well, I'm about to declare myself for the draft, huh? To the point to where they don't even go into the tournament. They will not play the tournament. I was like, whoa, wait, hold on. You don't even want to play the tournament? I get mad when football players do it, when the college players do it. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going into the draft, so I ain't playing in the bowl game. What? Are you going number one? Wait, first of all, are you going in the top 10? That's all I want to know. You going in the top 10? Because if you're not going in the top 10, then I just, you would want to go play, especially if you had like a mediocre year. Because those bowl games, and then like the games that they have after that, like the All-Star game, you know what I'm saying, whatever they call it. Those are your lasting moments to show the NFL that you are prepared to play. Senior Bowl, that's what it is. Yeah, it's to show that you are prepared to play. You have the skills. You know what I'm saying? Because these owners are putting millions of dollars into these players. So they want to make sure these millions of dollars that they're about to pay these guys, they want to make sure that all of that is well worth it. Because these guys is making 20, 30, 40, 50, $60 million out the gate. I'm paying somebody that type of money over a course of so many years. No, I need to see if you can play, and I need to see if you're a winner. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on real quick. all the way up to yeah, that was a lot of this energy. All right, y'all. I'll be right with y'all, and then we're gonna get started. All right. Do, 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 do. All right, y'all. So, hope y'all still in here. I hope y'all still in here. Hope y'all didn't go nowhere. Yo, Mike, what's going on? What's happening? Turn my camera on one time. What's up, y'all? Woo, I got this bush up under here. I'm gonna be getting my hair done here soon. Got this crop over here, you know what I'm saying? Got that good wool. So yeah. So as y'all see the title, you know, it's been a lot going on this year in the world of professional wrestling. You know, it's been a very interesting ride. You know, when this year started off, WWE was like literally the hottest thing going on, right? You know, had the Netflix deal, and you know, debut of Penta. They signed all these guys and signed some more guys back. You know, so they're like riding high and everything, and then the build up to WrestleMania, that you know, mixed with the booking that was going on and the Mr. I See Color or Mr. I Don't See Color completely got WWE looking like it's not that interesting to watch. Now, of course, if you're going to the shows, right? If you're going to the shows is always better than, you know, sitting at home and watching on TV. But now sitting at home watching on TV is a lot more convenient and you don't have to deal with all the extra stuff that goes in to going to these shows, right? Hilberto in the building. What's going on? Hilberto says the fan. Yeah, I was watching it. Oh, Vince left and shit. Oh, you know, and then, you know, all this stuff about AEW this and AEW that. Yeah, of course, you know, some of the stuff that they've done this year has been very, very questionable and even has some of us sickos, you know, we're the AEW sickos, right? You know, even had us kind of side-eyeing some of the stuff that Tony Khan was doing. So Now we're at the point, summertime. That's like the second half, so to speak. Of the wrestling year. Summertime, usually that time when things start picking back up, storylines start growing, and leading to the big pay-per-views for the summer. Now, there's a lot of different factors that has played into what's been going on. So let's start with Night of Champions, okay? Let's start with Night of Champions. So off the bat, Cena and CM Punk across seas in Saudi Arabia. Cena's last run, huge mistake. You know why is it a huge mistake? Because you can't see it right now, obviously. But I guarantee you the numbers are not going to be as high as they think they're going to be over here. Because this is the melting pot. This is where the States is where it matters most. Yeah, they're still going to get their WWE marks, sucking it up. Yeah, Cena and CM Punk in Saudi Arabia. And like, but you have one man who said he would never do it. Never do it. Then he turns around. Now he's doing it. What? Like, forget all the other factors. Once you do that, it's dead on arrival. Nobody wants to. People would love to see that match one more time, but how are they gonna see it? Nobody's not finna fly. They see, and that's the problem with Saudi Arabia. Unlike other countries, that's the problem with Saudi Arabia, because people are willing to fly to other countries. So you have somewhat of an American contingent. No, Americans not finna. Outside of the country, nobody's flying over to Saudi Arabia. Especially what's going on right now. I know it's a ceasefire, but come on now, that stuff could erupt at any moment. Once again, right? Now, although Cena's heel run has picked up somewhat over the last few weeks or so, to put CM Punk in that position, now, in one sense, I can see where it makes sense, because you kind of want to let the Punk Rollins thing kind of breathe a little bit, kind of keep them away from each other a little bit, right? That would be the thinking, but that's not what's going on. You're trying to push stuff. You're trying to hurry up and push it so you can get all this stuff out the way that a lot of the fans would want to see. But by doing that, you're actually killing the product. You're hurting the product. Because anybody really believe that CM Punk is finna beat John Cena? Does anybody really believe that? How many times does a title change at these Saudi shows? These are glorified Saturday night's main event shows. Glorified. So now you put Punk in a position where, okay, I don't win the Royal Rumble. I don't win the Elimination Chamber. I lose that Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, right? That's four. That's 4 big pay-per-views that this man is about to lose. Not to mention all the other stuff in between. So this big star that you guys drooled all over, like, oh, CM Punk is available. Oh, we can bring him back. Let's bring him back. Doing all this big hype and don't do nothing with. Okay, you give him Drew McIntyre. Okay, that was a good feud. I enjoyed that. A lot of us enjoyed that. The payoff was incredible. That's how you do it. What the fuck happened? And where is it? And I know people like, CM Punk's going to win the title at some, but does he have to lose before it happens? Because all this losing he's doing, when he eventually does win the title, it's not going to mean nothing. Nobody's not going to care. Punk ain't one of these guys that you could just put on a losing streak and then put the title on him and make it seem like this is the greatest thing in the world. No. So now, and Punk got to take some blame for this too. He got to take some blame for this too, because he's doing all he been doing all this hooting and hollering and stuff, and like, let me ask y'all this: CM Punk was in AEW from 21 to 23, right? CM Punk's been back in WWE from late 23 to now. How many great matches in that time period, in both time periods, has Punk had in AEW compared to what he's had in WWE? When you think about it, you'd be like, wait, hold up. Whoa. But then when you actually go and look, yo, Punk, you literally, every match you had in AEW was literally a damn near classic. Your promos in AEW are still talked about today. As a matter of fact, I dare say that your promo with MJF is talked about more than your actual pipe bomb that made you this megastar. So you sit back now, he'll never come out and admit this, WWE marks will not come out and admit this. But Punk was better off in AEW. Now, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But as somebody that's been a Punk fan for many, many years and defended this guy, when a whole lot of people hated on him and shitting on him, and I'm one of the ones that defended that man's name. Because when you see what WWE had put him through, and there's clear evidence of it, yeah, you're not going to hate on the guy because, you know what I'm saying? But then now all this has happened and you put it all together. You put it all together and you be like, wait, hold up. This is just like, so now the other question becomes is, did you even want to be part of AEW? This was your door. WWE didn't open up that door because otherwise they would have signed you. They would have signed you in 21, in 20, in 19. They would have signed you, but they didn't because they didn't want you. But because you left AEW and everybody knows what was going on, now all of a sudden they want you. Now all of a sudden this guy that couldn't stand your guts for 15 years or whatever it was, now all of a sudden y'all best friends and y'all like, get the hell out of here. I'm not buying nothing that they selling. I'm not buying nothing that they selling. Because it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. You did all that for 7 years, and then here's a man that started up a company, brought you back to wrestling, full time, paid you a lot of money, right? Paid you a lot of money. And now you're gone because of some incidents. Now, I'm not justifying anything that the Young Bucks did or anything, because If you ask me, it was a crock of shit, right? But those two incidents, was it really that serious to just up and leave? Like, you had the company at the palm of your hands. Like, you was the man of the company. You was the figurehead. The figurehead. AEW was not giving nobody else their own show. Not the Bucks, not Omega, not Cody, not Danielson. Nobody. You. And then also still being recognized as the world champion. And you just gave all that up. Just gave it all up. For what? Okay, Jack said what he said. But people say stuff all the time. But this wasn't about, because I'm gonna tell you, this wasn't about, and I'm not, don't mean to go back and rehash all this stuff, but you know, the more I get to talking about, the more I get to thinking about other reasonings, right? Let's be honest. Let's stop the bullshit. Let's be completely honest. This wasn't about no damn glass. This wasn't about no glass. This was purely another one of the Young Bucks friends trying to assert some type of authority that they think that they have because they're friends with the Young Bucks and tried to use that to assert what CM Punk had control over. Now, this is where I blame Tony Khan. If you know Punk got issues with the friends, okay, with the best friends, like they're the real best friends of AEW, right? Why would you put Perry on Collision? Why would you put any one of them friends on Collision? You have a big enough roster that you don't have to have them on the, you know what I'm saying? And even still, CM Punk was still willing to work with this jerk. But no. So this wasn't about no glass. This was about Jack Perry being a dick. Oh, I'm friends with the EVP, so I could do and say whatever I want. I don't give a damn what you say, CM Punk. What? That? Wow. That's what we doing? Okay. So, going back to the Cena Punk situation. This is one of the ones, and look, they're gonna put on a great match. Okay, I'm not saying they're not gonna. Well, I can't even say that because ever since John Cena's turned heel, what good match has he put on? That WrestleMania match with Cody was boring as hell. I mean, all his heel matches have been boring. Shit, at least the Doctor of Thugonomics came out rapping and shit. Let's see. Let me get to these comments. Oh, you did? Oh, that's dope. I did. Did you ask him how did he carry around all them titles he had at one time? Usually that's true, Kraken. But now we got Travis Scott and no, God, Travis Scott. Oh God, man! Somebody put the boost in him. Oh, you did? Oh, that's dope. The streamer making that joint. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. She is pretty. She is. That she is. Fine women on the side. Tell you. Fine women. Yeah, you're right, Jamilia. I'm glad you hitting on this. Oh yeah. And someone made a point. These PLEs are 5 matches because they always had a plan to stack the whole weekend. 5 NXT matches on a NXT PLE Saturday afternoon, and 5 roster matches on a. Oh yeah, yeah. And none of them are good. Well, the NXT ones, you know what I'm saying, but the other one, cracking Punk lane for 15 minutes was. Oh shit. They TKO. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh, they're taking. Oh, they're snoring, huh? Daniel in the building. What's going on, Daniel? Oh shit. So, thoughts on the rumor they don't. You know what? I'm glad. All days off. See this. See. That's why I fuck with you. See that's why he had a lot of backstage promo. Right. I'm glad you brought up Cross because I was actually going to bring that up in Tati's chat because I seen it. I said, now this is interesting. This is now this isn't the first time where there's been reports of a wrestler not wanting to take bumps. True or not, this has happened, right? Now, with this situation, it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting because I at first glance I was thinking like, what the hell? Like this don't make any sense. You don't want to take no bumps. But then I got to thinking about it. He don't really take bumps. The man don't. I'm sitting here like right now trying to think of when this man has taken a bump. And I can't think of one. Probably in a battle royal or something, you know, getting thrown over the top rope or something. But the man, like, but then let's go into this a little bit deeper. Because then I got to thinking, wait, is this the first? This isn't the first time I've heard this about Cross. Like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I've heard this before about him, that he doesn't like to take money. I think it was another company he was working in. I believe it was before he signed with WWE the first time. It might have been the first time or not the second time, but irregardless, this is what I heard. Now, I didn't really pay attention to it because I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, but to hear this again, I'm like, if this is the reason that Cross isn't getting the push, then what the fuck are you doing in wrestling for? Because I'm telling you, it don't make a difference if it's WWE. It doesn't make a difference if it's AEW, TNA, wherever. If you're a wrestler and you don't take bumps, you're not going to get booked. Period. That's why they emphasize in training taking the bump and properly taking the bump. This is why it's emphasized so much in wrestling. When these wrestlers are going to do their training and stuff and work on some things in the ring, the bump is the most critical part of wrestling. If you don't take a bump, you have no match. Plain and simple. Not a punch to the face, not a chop in the chest, not a hole, none of that. No. If you do not take a bump in wrestling, you have no match. Yeah. You got to take that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hate when I have to do that. These phones ain't worth the price we pay for them. American Cross isn't paying. And you know, that could be it too. If that's the case, he needs to say something. I don't know, true, but if Karrion doesn't take bumps, maybe he sees himself higher than others. And that would be, that's damn near a death knell right there. Because if you think that you're higher than every other wrestler on the roster, yeah, that's a problem. You know, that's the type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that can get you blackballed. You know what I'm saying? Which poses a question. If you don't want to take bumps, then what is this whole thing of you trying to get yourself over? What was the whole point of that promo during WrestleMania weekend? What was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not going to take a bump, don't get in the ring. You could be a manager. Be a manager that don't take bumps. Be a commentator. You know, I would say be a referee, but referees take more bumps than you do. Guys, I'm lucky I made it home. Oh, whoo. Just in time. Just in time. Oh, yeah. That's what makes me wonder why he doesn't bump. Well, yeah, he needs to come out, especially with this report coming out. He needs to say something. You know, he needs to say something. Nah, he would. He'd be an awesome commentator. You know, I don't look. I don't know if Scarlett is you know what I'm saying? Hey, they look like they be into some freaky shit. Okay. I'm just saying, they look like they be into some freaky shit. You remember when they was in Impact? And you remember them outfits Scarlett used to come in when, you know what I'm saying? Whether she was just being a manager or the times that she got in the ring and wrestled. You remember them outfits? Yo, I guarantee you, they be into some freaky shit. They into some 50 Shades of Grey type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm just saying. You know, maybe they was doing some shit one night and he slipped a disc or something. I don't know. You know. Maybe he sees Roman and thinks if I get a big enough name, wise like Roman, I don't have to bump like Roman. Yeah, Roman don't take a lot of bumps either. You know, but the one thing Roman has that he doesn't have is the fact that Roman is part of one of the most influential, powerful families in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like he come from one of them families. So he was already 2 steps ahead. The roster probably Happy Cross and Scarlett. Oh man. You know. But he don't have no time to wait. I mean, think about this. Oh, excuse me. He don't take bumps, right? Now, this is where it looks bad for Cross. AJ is 48 years old. The man just came off of another injury, and the man still takes bumps. Chris Jericho, 50 years old, still takes bumps. Sting, With a surgically fused neck, at 60 years old, was jumping off of ladders and buildings and shit, still taking bumps at 60. Hell, Stone Cold Steve Austin came in and took a bump too. And the man hadn't wrestled in damn near 20 years. Oh, shit. That's what makes it look bad for him. You got guys a lot older than him taking bumps, but you don't want to take a bump? Seems kind of fishy. That's what makes me think, why cross if the story is true? But yeah. Well, this is definitely gonna hurt him if he doesn't come with some type of explanation. See all this other said, yep, he is 40, yep. 2 years older than me. You're welcome. AJ, he is. I've been rocking with AJ. I've been rocking, you know what's crazy? I've been an AJ fan since he was in what was that tag team he was in WCW? It was called, what is it called? Air Paris or something? Air something? True, man. Stone Cold came and reminded me that he did that. He did that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go back and watch that match again. One of Cross spoke to me and said, oh, that's a good question. And where the hell is the WWE? Oh man, I don't know. Maybe because of the backlash, they said, "Fuck it, we can't do that." Because how much more of the business do they really want to expose? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is how the writers get it done, and this is like first of all, if you don't already know, then I don't know what rock you living up under. I don't know, yeah. Air Raid. There you go. Air Raid. With Air Pit. Well, okay. Yeah, his tag team name. Okay, his tag team partner was Air Pit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because they were battling. Because that's when WCW had them cruiserweight tag team titles. Shit, they. You know, WCW really wasn't. I think what fucked WCW up was there was a new crop of fans that weren't around during the early years, like the late 80s, early 90s WCW, right? Now, when you put it in comparison, 90, 99, 2000, we can go 92, 93, right? 92, 93. Oh, as a matter of fact, we'll go 91 and 92 because those were like the two biggest down years of WCW, right? As a matter of fact, no. Let me do this. 99 and 2000, and I'll put that in comparisons to 91 and 95. That makes more sense to put 95 in there because in 2000 you had a lot of the goofy gimmicks and stuff, right? And in 1995, WCW had a lot of goofy gimmicks, right? So, the difference being right? So in 91 was like they was really down. Like they couldn't get no people to come to even have the arenas at capacity. You know what I'm saying? So, but people still watched, right? People still watched, people still enjoyed. Nobody was happy with Jim Herd. It was like the product of the show was that first half of 91, the matches were like, you know, and they were like trying to find something to grasp onto. And then they took the major hit when Flair didn't resign and jumped ship and signed with Vince. That latter half of 91, they started to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got Luger as the champion, finally. Then you had him in the feud with Ron Simmons. Yo, that 2 out of 3 falls match at Halloween Havoc, thumbs up. I enjoyed that match a lot. What else you? Oh, you had the return of Ravishing Rick Rude back to the company. When he left, they was Jim Crockett Promotions. Coming back, they're WCW. You had the tag team title tournament, which was great. The Chamber of Horrors match at Havoc. I don't know about that. You know, but then you had the light heavyweight tournament going on. You had the finals of that. You had the return of Ricky Steamboat at the Clash. The storyline with Rick Rude and Sting, Dangerous Alliance, and all of that, right? They was picking up really good stuff, enjoyable. 92, enjoyed it, didn't like it until they went back to the rules. When Bill Watts put in that you can't jump off the top rope, thankfully they changed all that, you know. But I did like that they had removed the mats again, and you out there, you know what I'm saying, you getting that flow, that concrete. Loved it. Right? So we go into 93. You know, 93 is kind of like one of them, like, okay, you know, you had some good stuff in 93, minus the Shockmaster. Right? So we get into 94, and this is when you really start seeing a change. Like the first part of 94 was like your standard WCW. The latter part of 94, which is not just go move on into 95. Okay. 95, right? Anybody remember the Booty Man? Anybody remember the Booty Man? Hogan and Vader. That had money written all over it. That had money with it. That feud could have really jump-started WCW back into like, yo, I gotta go see this. Vader and Hogan, this is the marquee. I have to see this. I don't know what was worse. Hogan being a crybaby, that's not gonna work for me, brother. Or Vader saying, you know what? I don't give a damn. I'm gonna potato you every chance I get. It was sloppy. It was sloppy. All their matches were sloppy. Super Brawl, Uncensored, Bash at the Beach was all sloppy. The product overall was sloppy. I'm watching Slamboree, right? Watching Slamboree. They do the main event. Then they go. No, as a matter of fact, this is prior to the main event. This come out. Flair, Vader, they come out first, and then Hogan and Brother Brudai and Savage, they come out. But then they stop, they turn around, they see this big figure. But then as the camera is pulling in to show everybody who's standing there, Paul White decides to turn and go right back in the back, like very fast. Like, can we see who you is? Now, I don't know if that was by design or if that was just the timing was off, right? So then, of course, you got the Flair Savage feud, which I think they overbooked that. I think they really overbooked it. Because why would you have Flair attack his dad the way that they did? Like I didn't like that. Like Flair had enough time to do all that damage. Like, where the hell was y'all at? where was y'all at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's yeah. So then you have the Great American Bash, forgettable pay-per-view. Bash at the Beach, forgettable pay-per-view. They had the Clash of the Champions, forgettable. But as it turns out, that was actually Vader's last appearance on a major WCW show. You know, because he did an appearance on, I think, on Saturday night. I think he made like maybe one appearance on Nitro, but that was it. And then he ended up leaving. And it's just the rest of 95 was just awful. And that's not saying that WCW, that's not saying that WWE wasn't bad at the time, but they was. But so we go through that, right? 95 ended on a pretty good high note, right? Starrcade, it was different. It dragged. I didn't really, the matchups that they had, I think they could have shuffled the deck a little bit better, you know, put on better matches. But nonetheless, it was a pretty good show, you know. And so we move years later. After the hot streak WCW had, move years later. Now we in 1999. Now this is after the finger poke of doom. The first half of 99 was still pretty good. Right? Then after, I don't know, it was like after Slamboree, that's when things really started to take a turn. Because then you start getting into this, you know, like, who's booking this show type deal. Because a lot of them storylines didn't make any sense, you know. And as we spoke about, you know, in the chat, you know, about Master P and the No Limit Soldiers and you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been something very, very big. And it was, but it also didn't draw anything. So it could look good on paper, but if it don't draw, it's no good, right? Oh, excuse me. So then Hogan comes back. Now, you know what I'm saying? Well, Savage beats, oh God, Bash at the Beach 99. Bash at the Beach 99 was one of the worstest pay-per-views I've ever seen in my life. Like the tag, y'all remember the tag the tag team main event, whoever got the pin was going to be the world champion. That was literally the stipulation. Whoever pinned the world champion, which was Kevin Nash at the time, whoever pinned him would be world champion. So you telling me his own partner could pin him too? Who's booking this stuff? So Savage ends up winning. He wins the belt. The next night, the big great return of Hogan, right? Hogan wins the belt. Boom. Again. They do the retirement match thing with Kevin Nash at the next pay-per-view. And then the Sting heel turn at Fall Brawl. And then Sid going on this Goldberg undefeated, like the Millennium Man. Like, but I'll be honest, the latter part of 99 was okay. It was pretty good. This is when we get into the Vince Russo era. It was pretty good. Look, if you like gory, bloody wrestling, I advise you to go and watch Halloween Havoc 99, right? You ain't got to watch the whole paper. You just fast forward until you get to the Goldberg-Sid U.S. title match. That match. Now, keep in mind, they kind of did. I didn't even think about this at first, but they kind of ran the same angle that they ran with Taker and Austin when they had their first blood match in July, just a couple months prior. Because you remember, right before the pay-per-view, Taker attacks Austin. He throws him into that post thing, busts Austin open. So now it's like, whoa, what are we going to do? How's Austin going to, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of did the same thing where Goldberg busted open Sid. So Sid had to go boom, boom, boom. And they still had the match. But then, like, that shit was blood everywhere. Like, everywhere. You know. Let me look at this car. I see y'all been here chopping it up. Hold on. Let me go back and read something. Yeah, I'm missing. Whoa, I'm all the way. Okay, AJ and WCW was crazy. I never noticed it was him until like 2005. I was into Kid Romero. Oh, yeah, I remember Kid Romero. Yeah, Elix Skeever. Yeah, prime time. That Romero thing was hilarious. Yo, now that you say it, yeah, it was. Yeah, that's when I was an air raid. I'm the only three. Come on, everybody. Get up out your seat. Britney Spears, we love you. We like URL on MTV. Sing with me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Unreal comes mid-July, I think. Oh, okay. Coach and Russo are waiting for Unreal. Oh, they are. They're going to have a lot to say about that. That song was catchy. I can't get it out of my head. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was singing along. I thought the gimmick was absolutely ridiculous, but it was enjoyable. Nah, bro, I got up on my feet and I definitely put my hands together and I sang along with 3 count. I was jealous. I tell you, oh! Yo, when Tank Abbott got up there and do that, oh my God, that shit, I was on my neck. I used to blast this. Oh, man. Yeah, hey, You know what, Roberto, you just answered my question because I was literally thinking about that. Because I wasn't in school. I was already out of school by that time, right? So I used to think, is anybody playing this shit anywhere? Like, you know what I'm saying? In certain areas, are they playing this shit in school? You know, like, they play this anywhere. Now I know they was. So thank you. Tank, I was just 34 years old during that. Man, that man grayed up fast. Just how can you remember how Rude left? Crockett came back to WCW fucking memory on this guy. I have watched everything you saying. Can't remember all of that, guy. Oh, yeah. They call me a wrestling encyclopedia. You know what I'm saying? Ed Leslie, the booty man. Oh my goodness. He got the booty. yo, I'm surprised. Look, I'm surprised New Day didn't revise that character and ask him to do that character just one time, a one-time off thing. When they was doing the whole Booty-O's thing and have him come back as the booty man. You know what I'm saying? And look, they could do like a whole commercial thing, right? They could do a whole commercial thing and they can have the booty man selling the Booty-O's. Oh man. Damn, Mr. Ask. Man, Mr. Oh my God. I'm an ass man. I'm an ass man. Like, who's making this stuff? And yeah, Jay Millie has the memory of an elephant. It's remarkable. Starrcade 95 was WCW. Yep. That was when WCW stayed in the, you know, and that's the thing with New Japan. If they have a working relationship with you, they will carry that working relationship with you for a very long time. Was Auntie that where we saw? Oh, I believe so. LOL. Oh no, I'm wrong. Oh, okay. Oh, I forgot that tag. Yeah. Oh man. Exactly. The ghost of Miz. What's going on? This is awesome. Punk. What the Punk leaking right there? Damn. Sid was meant to bleed, bro. The way that man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they. But I'm talking about the way the way that they ran the story, because they bled. He started bleeding long before the match. Like it was like, I want to say it was like during one of the pre-shows maybe, or like earlier on in the pay-per-view or whatnot. When my hand goes up, you're oh man, I love that shit. We like TRL on MTV. Everybody. Oh shit. Oh man. Yo, I have an idea. For the next chat. The trolls definitely rocked it. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, all days off watching Tank stand there and dance, and whoever that's with 3 comments. Oh man, LOL. Tank Abbott had a yeah, that man, yeah. I remember hearing about that. Yo, he was a wild man. I thought WWE would get Mr. Ass for the booty. Imagine they have Booty Man coming in. Oh man. And you know what? Now that you say so, they could have did multiple commercials. They could have did one with just them. And then they could have had two separate commercials, one with the Booty Man and then one with Mr. Ass. Oh man. Oh, you're right, Craig. I forgot a New Japan has a relationship with MLW until tonight. Oh shit. Sid, Let It Bleed. Man, yeah. Hey, I loved it. Now talk about Kimberly Page being the boot. They was literally wearing matching outfits, people. I enjoyed looking at her, but she was looking ridiculous with that outfit. She was looking ridiculous. I enjoyed me, Kimberly. I enjoyed me, Kimberly. Me. You know, I enjoyed that Kimberly. I enjoyed the Kimberly before that. You know, Kimberly was a thick one. She was a nice one. I was like, yo, that Page, you over there smashing that, yo, right on me. You know what I'm saying? And then when they came with the Nitro girls, I'm like, yo, hey, can I dance with y'all? Can I be that chair one time? Mm-hmm. Facts. And don't forget about Elizabeth, the older Elizabeth. Hill Elizabeth. I said it was finally nice to see you come up out of your cocoon. You know, I always thought she was a beautiful woman. But when she could put on, you know what I'm saying, when she added a little something, I was like, yo, Liz. I started talking like the Macho Man. Yo, Liz, come on back. Promise I'll be a lot better. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll separate the two. When I'm on TV, I'll be the madness. When I'm at home, I'll be Randy. But I love you, Elizabeth. I need you back. Oh shit! Oh wait, hold on! I know you did not just say that name, bro. Kimberly was hot even before she hit puberty. Oh, it's the watermelon. Oh, are there any more WCW guys who deserve to? Oh yeah, it's plenty more. It's plenty more. Oh. Shit, who they don't got in there? Shoot. Jim Crockett needs to be put in there. Hold on. We talking about who deserves to be in the Hall. Put Jim Crockett in the Hall of Fame. That's what you can do. Because let's be honest. Everybody give Vince all the credit in the world for WrestleMania, right? But you ain't got no WrestleMania without Starrcade. Starrcade was the first. I know WWE like to change his. Starrcade was the first. Jim Crockett Promotions put on the first big event. Starrcade 83, the Flair for the Gold. Couple that, when Crockett bought back his company from Vince, it was the money that Crockett bought used to buy back that time slot. Vince used that money to create WrestleMania. Now think about that. If Crockett never wanted to go back to TBS and he decided to go in a different direction, there would not be no WrestleMania. Now, probably as time went on, it probably eventually would have, you know. But it wouldn't have been in no 1985. Probably 88, 89. So put Jim Crockett in the WWE Hall of Fame. Now, this comment right here. Alex Wright. Das Wunderkind was a two-stepping, one-move dancing, very athletic, underutilized talent. They ain't use him right. To the point this fool went full German and oh man. Yo, she need to be in there too. Yo, yeah, Brian Pillman. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, so it's still, yeah. How the fuck is Sid? Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. Put him in there. Yo, Muhammad, what's happening? Yeah, put him in there. Kraken, how did you combat all the rewriting of history WWE did during this? Woo! Well, at that time we didn't have social media, so it wasn't too much I could do. But whenever I would get into a conversation about wrestling and somebody would try to bring up like certain statistics, I would have to correct that. You know. WWE in the 2000s, when they bought WCW and they bought ECW, it was troubling because it wasn't anything else except them to watch. But the troubling part was when they started to incorporate like their titles, like the US title. And they would talk about the history, but then they would leave, like there would be like a big chunk of the history that they would leave out. And they would try to act like, okay, well, this didn't happen when it actually did. And as we all know, one of the biggest ones, you know, is the world title reign. You know, WWE trying to say 17 is the number. Look, that may be the number in WWE. I'll give Cena that. If you're talking about WWE, I will give you that. But you're talking about all of wrestling, the entire history of wrestling. Cena is not the greatest of all time. And it's an insult to the fans that know the truth. And look, it's not like WWE doesn't read the stuff that goes on the internet. They see all of us telling them this isn't the truth. This isn't the title reign. This 17 isn't the most. They see this. And yet they still go along with that narrative. That's insulting to the fans, right? So WWE fans, they'll be fine. They're like, oh yeah, ooh. But to us real wrestling fans, we know better than that. You know, just because they don't want to acknowledge those other reigns does not mean that that did not exist. You know, keep in mind, you remember that little old thing when Flair and Steamboat had wrestled for the title at a Spring Stampede, and then they had redid the finish that they had at the Clash of Champions in '89 in one of the greatest 2 out of 3 falls matches ever. I watched that match over and over and over again. That match was dope. So they reran that finish, right? So now the title is up vacant. They have the rematch at WCW Saturday Night, another classic. They don't even incorporate that. They don't count that. They don't count that as a new reign. Why? Because if the title is up for vacant, then that means he was stripped of the title. So if he wins it back, that's a whole new reign as champion. Ultimate Warrior being the worst, and then oh man, the Celtics, that DVD right there, that documentary, man. And they still have that shit up too. Keep your Hall of Fame. What's happening is that I'm doing okay, just nothing special. Oh, okay. It's all good. I asked because I was a sucker for dads and anything physical, and WWE has so much, man. If I showed you guys my dad's collection, left my ass up. Hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something in a second. Yeah, it's a good one. It's just ouch. Ouch. I feel the same way. You do, Kraken. Since I love wrestling, I will correct it. Yeah. Kraken here dropping mics. Okay, hold on. Hold on for 1 second. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something. One second, y'all. Like, okay. Okay. All right. Y'all remember these? Y'all remember these? Yo, Actions, I see you. So I know, did y'all know? Oh, yep. I forgot to watch it. I was gonna watch it and I forgot it was even on. Yeah. So, hey, man, I used to have the version stacked. Yeah. Yep, that's what I got right now. So let me just show y'all one time. Let me just show y'all one time. So on this tape, so I had to record over some things, right? So I would have it listed, and then if I didn't have like an extra tape to record it, I would like, okay, is it this important? Like, what would I watch this event time and time again? And so that's kind of where I decided, like, okay, I'll just go ahead and do whatever. Right? So, but on this tape, I have the very first King of the Ring pay-per-view, the one that Bret Hart won. I have Sting versus Flair, Clash 88. I have the Clash 91 on here. And I have like a bunch of other matches and stuff on here as well. This one, I have some ECW shows, and I have World War III, the first one, on this tape right here. See it right here. Yeah. Then right here we have I have Halloween Havoc. I have this, and I have I didn't write it on here, but I have it's the Clash of the Champions that happened after that. See, y'all see it right there. Oh. Right there. And too much wind. Okay. Bow. Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that right there? Y'all see that right there? Look at that. Look at that card right there. The night Paul Heyman turned. Got that. Woo! And this one right here. WrestlePalooza 97. Now this is the paper, this is the show that Tommy Dreamer finally beat Raven. There you go. Got the card right there. See that? Oh. This is also when this is during the time when they did the whole ECW WWE invasion thing. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's more. Yeah, I ain't getting rid of mine. Shit. Now, now that I know that they still sell VCRs, shit, I'm gonna go cop me a VCR. You know what I'm saying? Just to watch, because it's different when you watch it on a VHS. It just has that, you can still get that feeling like you first watched it. Unlike if you just watch it on a stream, you know what I'm saying? You go on Peacock and you watch it on there, and it's just like, yeah, I remember that. But when you watch it on a VHS, it's like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it did? Damn it. Yeah, I got I'm gonna pull the rest out one of these days. I'm gonna do a stream and I'm gonna go through the rest of them. But that's just a little taste of what I got. I got a bunch more. You know, because all of the retro gaming shit now, peeps are buying tube TVs again at ridiculous prices. I was the only one in the family with a tube. I finally died. Oh, it finally died. Oh, I feel you on that. Yeah. I stuck with the old school myself. As long as I could, I wish I could share and tell stories with y'all about shit. We collected those convos. Always fun. Man, that is. Like, yeah, you see what I got right here? Yeah. Hey, man, look what I got there. I got this too. You know. So that it'd be cool though. It'd be cool though. You know. You know, because I remember like every time I would go and you know, I knew there was like a Clash of the Champions or like a pay-per-view or like one of the WWF special USA events for a pay-per-view. I would be scrambling around. I'd be scrambling around trying to find tapes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find blank tapes. Tapes that haven't been used in a while. Are you still watching this? or I would just go to the store if I had time. I would just go to the store and I would just buy that 3-pack. You know what I'm saying? And you know how you have to make sure that you got the right timing. You have to get the tape that had like the longer time on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I made the mistake just thinking that, you know, they were all the same, right? So I go and I'm like recording this a wrestling event. I forgot what it was. And it stopped in the middle of it. I'm like, what's going on? So I hit record again and it kept stopping. I'm like, oh. And when I looked at the cover, I was like, oh, I'm about the wrong one. So I had a whole half event. So what I did was instead of just keeping that event, what I did was I just took that tape and I just recorded like different matches on it, right? But then I was in luck because, as a matter of fact, as I'm talking about this now, I just remember it was a Clash of Champions. I don't remember which one it was, but I do remember it was a Clash because they re-aired it. Because you remember how they used to re-air the Clash of the Champions? You know, it would come on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and then they would replay it like on a Friday. You know, So I just recorded the replay. It wasn't live, but so what? You know, what was I gonna say? The only thing that I regret not getting is matches from WCW Pro. No, what I do got WCW Pro, but that is more 90s Pro. I'm talking about the NWA Pro that used to come on the weekends, you know, and even like some of the worldwides from back then, and definitely the Power Hour when it used to come on Friday nights. See, a lot of people don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? They think, okay, Power Hour came on early Saturday mornings. You know, for us, it came on at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, obviously because out more east and everything in the South in Atlanta or whatnot. So, you know, it'll come on at 9:05 for them, but it'll come on for 6:05 for us. So I'm up like before the sun is up, half awake, you know what I'm saying? Watching wrestling. That's how dedicated I was as a kid. I'm going to watch this. So I just wish that I, could have recorded some of the matches. But the funny thing is, I actually was able to get some Power Hour matches. Because now I'm thinking about it, I do, because I got it was not a full episode. It's majority of the episode. It's not a full episode, but that was like in 91. So yeah, because I remember, because I got up and I was like, oh, because I told myself the day before that I was going to get up and I was recording, and I had a particular tape I was going to use to record it. And so even if I fell asleep, if I went back to sleep, I just wake up and I'll watch it, you know what I'm saying, with a big bowl of cereal, if I didn't already do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one I wish I could have got. I would have had WrestleMania 7, but I don't know what to this day, I still don't know what happened. I put it in. I made sure that the channel and the VCR were lined up. So basically, when I turned it on and I hit the channel and I used the VCR, and you can see where it says, you know, all the different stuff on there. Like, okay, cool. I put the tape in, I hit record, and I'm thinking that it's recording the show. So I'm just like tripping, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm watching the show, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna watch this like right afterwards. I was gonna go home because I went to my grandparents' house to go and record it because we didn't have cable at the time. No. We did have cable at the time. What happened? I think we were over there. I was over there for some reason, right? But I recorded this. Well, I thought I recorded the show. So I put it in, right? I press record. Like I said, I'm watching the show. I'm enjoying the show. And then when the show is over, I hit stop. I rewind it just a little bit. And I did this every time that I recorded. And I think that's the reason why I started doing it. Because what happened was when I rewind it and I hit play, all I had was what? You gotta be kidding me. It didn't record it. I said, this is some bullshit. I was hella mad. I was like, I sat here for 3 hours thinking that I was going to have WrestleMania 7 because I was still a Hulk Hogan fan at the time. And I'm like, man, come on. This is garbage. This is garbage. So I said, fuck it. I didn't even go buy the tape when it came out. I was too upset to buy it. Man, you bringing me back how fandom used to be. So, man, it used to be so much fun. SPEP, SLP, ELP. Roberto, you remember. You remember. I ended up getting the 2-hour one. So you remember Clash of the Champions was about 2 hours and 30 minutes. I get to the 2 hour when it gets to the 30 minute, you know what I'm saying? When it's time to go into the 30 minutes for like the main event and stuff, it cut out. I was mad. I was like, I always make sure to get the 8-hour one because, you know, I watch a lot of wrestling. So I want to make sure I get, you know, a lot of wrestling, you know, because I'll be in bed. I would be in bed. I'll put in the tape. I would go through, you know, like, what do I want to watch, you know, when I go to bed. I get a tape. I put it in. I get in bed. I watch it until I fall asleep. And I wake up and it's still playing. When the tab was out of the tape, you literally taped this. Yep, exactly. That's real. Yeah. What's crazy hearing you speak about watching wrestling back in the day is that you guys really knew about time zones for me, since everything is always Eastern. I never thought about stuff like that till older. Oh yeah. We definitely had to keep, you know, because even like when WCW would come on, you know, with WCW, well, not so much with WCW Saturday night because I pretty much had the time down at that time. But like when I first started watching, when it was still the NWA and Jim Crockett Promotions, they would say 6:05 Eastern, right? I would see the Eastern, but I would like ignore the Eastern. So I would think that, okay, it's coming on 6:05, so I'll wait until 6:05. and it was already over with. And all days off, the extreme measures Nintendo takes today is because of peeps like me and cracking. Back in the day, no one thought of any one of the stuff cracking you casually speaking like today. Man, yeah, them Nintendos. Whoo. Man, LL, that sound effect was perfect. Yeah, man, shoot. Or you remember, like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be late at night, and the network had was done running their programming for the day, and all you hear is that shh. Another kid, I was told by another kid that Hogan lost 7 gallons of blood at Mania 7. He did bleed a lot. That's some real stuff. Nah, it is. Hogan was bloody in that match. He was. When the tape stopped, I would look for the color of the box. Depending on the color, I knew it. LL be mad at myself. And, you know, I never used the stickers. I never used the stickers. So yeah, that was my fault because I didn't use the stickers. You know, the stickers was there for a reason. You know, the only sticker I used was the stickers the big ones. You know what I'm saying, where you write the shows on, or you know, saying the matches or whatever. I would use that. You know what I'm saying, either on top or the long one on the side. But the other ones I didn't use, and I should have been using them. That was my fault. You know. So, but it was some good times though. I missed that, you know. Like, and I remember because I have recorded Super Brawl 2. And I went to watch it one day. I put it in, and I'm watching it, and then it started doing that weird thing, right? So I stopped it because you could hear it. So I stopped it before the tape broke. So I'm trying to get it out. I'm like, okay, it's not coming out. I'm like, eject, and this is like, so I'm like, So I had to take the cover off. I had to unscrew the VCR, take the cover off, and then what did I use? Oh, I didn't use anything. I just like lightly like lifted the tape up and then got it out. Yeah. And I eventually got it out. You know, it took me a good minute to get it out. I eventually got it out, but once I got it out, the tape was already ruined. So, you know. But hey, y'all, I'm about to get off of here. That's my night. But thank y'all for coming through. This was fun. We definitely gonna do this again. I'm gonna make sure I do it earlier. You know. So we'll see. Friday, yeah. Tomorrow, Friday, King Leo's No Dirt Sheets SmackDown. I will see y'all there. Y'all have a good night. Peace. Thank you.